Farmington. From their incredible daily lunch specials featuring farm-to-table fresh ingredients to their refreshing drinks, frozen treats, smoothies, and iced tea, Bittersweet Cafe has something for everyone. Enjoy this beautiful spot nestled in the Laurel Highland Mountains, just a few miles outside of Ohiopyle on Farmington, Ohiopyle Road. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram.
Nature's Pickins.
This is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Nature's Pickins.
This is the place to be. Farm living is the life for me. Land spreading out so far and wide. Keep Manhattan, just give me that countryside.
Nature's Pickins.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Michelle Higbee at Nature's Pickins, located on 464 Connellsville Street in Uniontown. The phone number at the store is 724-438-4211. The phone number here at the show is 724-438-4593. If you have any questions or comments for myself, give me a call. I don't have a guest on today, so today is going to be an In the News day. I'm going to read to you a bunch of different scientific studies and articles and so forth on different things of the latest research and clinical studies and so forth that was done on some things that you may be interested in or looking for, and you know that they're backed with research. So that's what today is going to be. First of all, before I get started though, I know we have the Fayette County Fair going on, but I want to remind everybody, I know that we have a lot of people that come to it, and it's the Dawson Grange Fair down in Dawson. It is next week. It is August 10th through the 15th. And the nice thing about this fair is there's no charge to get in, not saying anything about Fayette County. They have rides and so forth. We do not. But Monday, for example, they have the motocross. Tuesday, they have the ATV obstacle course. And those are really nice. Kids really enjoy that. To do that, like the ATVs and, doing the obstacle course with that. They also have tractor pulls and so forth. And then the Grange, has their food bin. They have a funnel cake. We at the Bryan Church have an ice cream stand. So we make milkshakes and have ice cream and so forth. But it benefits the Grange, the Dawson Grange. And there's not many Granges left in Pennsylvania. So this is a really nice one. So if you can, please come and support it. It's the Dawson Grange Fair. And it's easy to find. You come into Dawson, cross the bridge, make a left, come out to the crossroads, and you'll see everybody. There's so many cars and so forth. A lot of people come to it. There's a big field to park in and whatever. But if you can next week, stop out and check out the Dawson Fair. Also, so getting back to Nature's Pickins, a lot of things going on sale at Nature's Pickins. Solgar, we have a lot of different Solgar on sale. We have, for those of you that like gummies, we have some zinc gummies, some vitamin C gummies, are all on 20% off. I have a magnesium citrate and a capsule, gentle iron. If you're one of those people that's looking for an iron or taking an iron, doesn't like the constipating effect, Solgar makes a gentle iron, which is non-constipating. It's on sale this month. They also make liquid calcium, magnesium, and vitamin Ds. And, a lot of people they don't want to swallow capsules anymore. So these are really nice. Comes in strawberry, blueberry, and orange flavor. It is a liquid. So 1 tablespoon or 2 tablespoons a day can get you your maximum amount that you need to be taken. Also, Solaray has their megaquercetin, their cranactin dimanose if you're having urinary tract problems, Tonkat Ali for helping to raise testosterone levels, their berberine is on sale this month. Also, their vitamin D and K2. Let's say you have cardiovascular issues or atherosclerosis or osteoporosis. A lot of times, vitamin D3 and K2 is recommended. They have a really good one on sale this month, so you can take a look at that at 20%. They also have their liposomal vitamin C, their vitamin C with rose hips. Let's see. Oh, their yeast cleanse. You know, there's different people that have candida. Their yeast cleanse is on sale. Their magnesium citrate capsules is also their glycinate, their collagen bone complete. I've mentioned that several times. It has the calcium, the vitamin D, magnesium, collagen in it. It is a bone formula. And then also another gummy is their magnesium gummies are on sale this month as well. Now, that's just what's on our end cap. We also have quite a few different things on sale throughout the store. We got a lot of new products in also. Yesterday, we got an order in. And, you know, for those of you that love potato chips, for example, we got in a new potato chips that's actually made with beef tallow, and they are wonderful. And then we have another puff that is called Tantos, and there's a pesto that's made with garlic and basil. Very good, very tasty. Another one that is called marinara of the same company, Tantos, very good as well. We have different types of tortilla chips, a taco one, a blue one that's made by Siete. That's a grain-free chip. Those are wonderful. They're made with avocado oil. They are really tasty. So, yeah, stop up. We got quite a few different things in some different bars, some pickles, and you know, bread and butter pickles, spicy bread and butter pickles. Made by Bubby's. They're really good. Stop up, check them out, and I think you'll appreciate each and every one of them. Okay, so in the news, like I said, last couple weeks talked about back to school and what you can use for back to school. This week I thought, okay, so I think I'll let you know some of the different research and articles and clinical research that's being talked about in the news. So, for example, folate, our name of the article is Folate Vitamin D may help counteract mortality risk from plasticizers, in other words, plastics. Greater exposure to a mixture of common plastics, chemicals such as phthalate, metabolites, and BPA found in cosmetics, food packaging, and other sources was associated with an increased risk of cardiovascular disease, cardiovascular mortality, cancer mortality, and mortality from all causes over an 8.5-year average follow-up period. According to the Lancet Planet Health, December 2025, this association was observed only among individuals whose red blood cells, folate, and vitamin D levels were among the lowest third of the people in the study. The study included over 8,000 adults enrolled in the U.S. National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey between 2005 and 2016. Participants were divided into thirds according to the urinary levels of 8 phthalate metabolites plus BPA. So if your levels in this particular study, if your levels of folate and vitamin D were extremely low, then you had a greater increased risk of cardiovascular mortality, excuse me, cancer mortality, or basically any type of mortality. So, making sure that maybe using a good multivitamin that has, folic acid in it, folate, good level of vitamin D, or if your levels of vitamin D are low, um, supplementing that vitamin D um, in your diet to help get those vitamin D levels up. And later, I'm going to talk about vitamin D and some of the other benefits of it. The next study that was done is a higher carotenoid level in cancer survivors linked with a reduced death rate. Now, carotenoids is a pigment that is responsible for producing red and orange and yellow colors that are seen, in fruits and vegetables. They've been shown to have a high antioxidant content, anti-inflammatory, and also like immunomodulating, properties. Carotenoids, for example, be found like carrots. It's what makes it the orange. Sweet potatoes makes it the orange. Yellow peppers, so forth. So in this prospective cohort studies, researchers found that higher serum levels of carotenoids were associated with reduced all-cause mortality in cancer survivors. Researchers analyzed serum concentrations of these carotenoids in 1,816 cancer survivors from the National Health and Nutrition Examination Survey, the same one that did the folate and vitamin D. During the 15 years of follow-up, only 40% of the participants survived. People with higher blood levels of alpha carotene, beta carotene, lycopene, and lutein zeaxanthin had a significantly lower risk of death than from any other cause. The association persisted even after adjusting for factors of age, lifestyle, body weight, kidney function, supplement use, etc. So, and that was in the Clinical Nutrition Journal with the that particular examination survey. So, there again, eating more of those types of fruits and vegetables, the high colorful ones, getting that carotene level up in your body, those particular ones, like they looked at the alpha carotene, the beta carotene, the lycopene, the lutein zeaxanthin levels, can help not only for, cancer survivors, but for you in general, helping you with that antioxidant benefit, that property, that anti-inflammatory property, getting those level up a lot more so. Okay, so one of the other things that I wanted to talk about was in with doing the articles and the studies, was there was one in particular that they were talking about stress. And this is coming that time of year where we're dealing with a lot more stress. Back to school, some kids want to go back to school, some kids do not, and sometimes it's a fight. I personally have experienced that. One of my children loved school, the other one wanted no part of it. So it makes a stress situation. Buying the supplies that you need, for school. Money tight right now because of gas prices being what they are, food prices being what they are, everything going up in price. That makes a lot more stress. Well, managing stress and supporting brain health are key to maintaining also cognitive function. Scientists have developed an ashwagandha extract that has been clinically shown to reduce feelings of stress and anxiety while lowering the stress hormone cortisol. We spoke about cortisol quite a few times in the past. To complement these benefits, a specialized spearmint extract with high levels of polyphenols have been clinically shown to improve attention and working memory. Together, ashwagandha and spearmint extracts may help adults manage stress while supporting mental focus and cognitive function. The number of U.S. adults reporting difficulties with concentration, memory, decision making, focus increased from 5.3% to 7.4% between the years of 2013 and 2023, 10 years. This study was published in 2025. And surprisingly, what they found, the younger adults reported these cognitive issues nearly doubled over that 10-year period as well. So it's not just an older people's problem. You know, several factors, including stress, can contribute to the cognitive functions, the foggy thinking, the focus problems, but some scientists have been searching to find what they can possibly use to help with this. Ashwagandha in one clinical trial, a standardized extract, reduced feelings of stress by 71% and lowered levels of the stress hormone cortisol by 24%. Spearmint in the clinical trials increased attention by 11% and working memory by 15%. And you think about it, when you smell, that's one of the aromatherapies of spearmint. When you smell spearmint, you just, I don't know, feel more awake, more alive. It just like opens something up that you just, seem to focus a lot better. So it kind of makes sense that spearmint would have that, result. Ashwagandha is an herb used in traditional Indian Ayurvedic medicine. A lot of you I know have researched ashwagandha, have come into the store and got ashwagandha for cortisol levels, for energy levels. Works very well for stress, anxiety. So, I know that a lot of you know, what I'm talking about here. It is classified as an adaptogen because it helps the body adapt to stress. Ashwagandha helps the body manage stress by reducing cortisol and supporting the overall balance of stress-related hormones. And that's what cortisol is it's a stress hormone. In one clinical trial, chronically stressed adults ages 18 to 60 took varying doses of standardized ashwagandha extract or placebo daily for 60 days. Stress levels were measured by the Hamilton Rating Scale for Anxiety, a questionnaire assessing mental and physical symptoms such as difficulty concentrating, tension headaches, and so forth. Those taking 250 milligrams of standardized ashwagandha extract in 2 divided doses for 60 days experienced the following changes from baseline. That's when they first originally started the study. 71% decrease in overall feelings of stress and anxiety. 71%. That's a lot. 24% decrease in the stress hormone cortisol. When your body is under stress and you produce more cortisol, you also increase your inflammatory situation. We've talked about that so many times in the past. 3.4% decrease in systolic, the top number of blood pressure, and an 8.2% decrease in pulse rate. Because when you're stressed, you just feel your heart beating faster. So when the stress is down, these different things start to happen. Decrease in stress and anxiety, decrease in stress hormone cortisol, decrease in systolic blood pressure, decrease in pulse rates. Very good study. The placebo group had no significant change in perceived stress or physical measures of stress. Participants who were taking ashwagandha also reported improvements in their ability to concentrate and remember things. In a 2024 study, it was a smaller study, 131 mild to moderate chronically stressed adults ages 18 to 60 took a standardized extract of ashwagandha at varying doses or a placebo for 8 weeks, 2 months, compared with placebos who took 150 milligrams. Now remember, the other one was a 250 milligram. This is 150 milligram of extract of ashwagandha. Daily showed a response from baseline, 34% reduction in mental stress, done by a standard questionnaire, 18% decrease in plasma cortisol levels, significant reduction in inflammatory cytokines associated with stress. So just 150 milligrams of a standardized ashwagandha extract showed these results in these studies. That's a 2024. And like I said, it was a smaller study, but it's still significant, even taking a smaller dose. In addition, the ashwagandha extract improved feelings of vitality and mood, along with self-reported quality of sleep. When you're under stress, you don't sleep as good. You can lower the stress, lower the inflammation. A lot of times you sleep much better. Spearmint is rich in health-promoting polyphenolic compounds like rosmarinic from rosemary acid. In preclinical studies, the rosemary extract and other spearmint polyphenols support the brain by reducing oxidative stress and inflammation, protecting the health of neurons in the brain, and increasing acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter critical for learning and memory. Scientists use traditional breeding techniques to develop a spearmint extract that is high in the rosmarinic acid and other polyphenols. A pilot trial of healthy adults confirmed that a 900 milligram dose of this spearmint extract was well absorbed. Supplementation improved reasoning and attention after 30 days and enhanced attention within 2 to 4 hours after a single dose. In a 3-month trial involving 90 adults ages 50 to 70 with age-related associated memory issues, taking 900 milligrams of spearmint extract improved working memory, the ability to temporarily retain and use information by 15%, and improve spatial working memory by 9% compared to the placebo. In another clinical study, 142 healthy, active younger adults ages 18 to 50 took either 900 milligrams of spearmint extract or a placebo daily for 90 days to test its effect on special attention. Sustained attention, Sustained attention helps people complete longer tasks, such as reading, focusing during, lengthy car rides. Ongoing stress or worry can affect daily life. may cause poor sleep, irritability, restlessness, difficulty concentrating. On computerized cognitive tests, the Spearmint group had an 11% increase in the sustained attention from baseline, while the placebo group showed little change. In another 90-day placebo-controlled trial of younger adults, the spearmint extract not only improved mental focus, but also reaction time, hand-eye, foot-eye coordination as well. So a combination of spearmint and ashwagandha may both relieve stress and improve focus. So if you're one of those people, and listen, I know a lot of them, a lot of people come in on a daily basis and say they're having this problem with not only stress, but the cognitive function, which causes more stress if you're not able to retain what you're reading or what you're, what you're doing. It's very, frustrating. So it causes, stress to build up. So the ashwagandha, the spearmint may be something that you want to look into. Life Extension makes a ashwagandha spearmint combination product, so you can always check it out and maybe give it a shot if that's something that you're looking at. Okay, so the next thing is black cumin seed oil. A lot of people coming in asking about black cumin seed. A lot of people are doing these parasite cleanses. TikTok has just went overboard, I think, sometimes on them. But needless to say, people are coming into the store looking for parasite cleanses, but also looking for black cumin seed. And black cumin seed has a long history of, traditional medicinal use for digestive use, for respiratory use, for vitality, anti-inflammatory, lots of, different things that people have used. Preclinical and clinical research have reported beneficial effects related to the immune support by balancing inflammatory and beneficial immune responses. Once again, inflammation, balancing the inflammatory response. Chronic inflammation and changes in the immune system function are considered contributors to many age-related diseases. The balance between protective and inflammatory responses may become dysregulated in our body. This can lead to low levels, systematic inflammation, along with reduced immune responsiveness. So if the inflammation is high, then the body's immune system is working hard to get the inflammation down, therefore causing oxidative stress in the cells, and just lots of different, it's a domino effect with the body when inflammation is out of control. Not just your, smack your hand, inflammation hits. That's a good response. It's the chronic inflammation on a day-to-day basis that is the problem. Modern research has identified the thymoquinine known, and that's the active compound that's in black seed oil. Now, I'm not going to say that word again. It's just going to be the compound found in black seed oil. As having a range of biological activities relevant to inflammation and chronic disease. For example, rheumatoid and arthritis and osteoarthritis differ because they are both associated with joint pain, reduced mobility, and inflammation. Preclinical research suggests that the black seed oil extract may influence inflammatory pathways. Rheumatoid arthritis, for example, preliminary research suggests that black cumin seed oil may support joint comfort and help maintain healthy joint function. In a small study of 40 women with rheumatoid arthritis who were already receiving standard rheumatoid arthritis treatment, taking 500 milligrams of black cumin seed oil twice daily for 1 month led to significant improvements in the disease activity. Participants experienced fewer swollen joints and shorter duration of morning stiffness, and that was put in the Journal of Rheumatoid Arthritis. Osteoarthritis associated with the breakdown of joint cartilage in a study of 116 patients with knee osteoarthritis, those taking 2.5 milliliters of black cumin seed oil every 8 hours for 1 month experienced significant decreases in their symptoms and in their pain scores compared to those taking the placebo. A reduction in acetaminophen, which is Tylenol, use was also observed in the treatment group. So, in those two types of arthritis, black seed oil has definitely affected the inflammatory side of those diseases, therefore allowing people to move better, less swollen joints, less pain. So black seed oil might be one of those things you want to look at. Nasal allergies and asthma are both driven by an overreaction of the immune system and resulting in inflammation. My daughter is a prime example of that when it comes to allergies. Experimental and clinical research have reported that black cumin seed oil has been explored for potential effects on the inflammatory factors in those conditions. Studies suggest it inhibits a range of biological activities relevant to immune and respiratory functions. Nasal allergies, for example, inflammation triggered by allergens in the air in a clinical trial of 66 patients with allergic rhinitis. Treatment with black cumin seed oil for 30 days resulted in significant reductions in nasal congestion and itching, runny nose, and sneezing attacks. The improvements were seen in the treatment group as early as 15 days in on the 30-day clinical trial. Asthma, a condition, chronic condition involving airway inflammation and reversible narrowing in a randomized double-blind placebo-controlled trial. Asthma patients who took 500 milligrams of cumin seed oil twice a day for 4 weeks experienced greater improvements in their asthma control test score than those taking the placebo. Cardiovascular. C-reactive protein is a marker of systemic inflammation that helps predict the risk of heart disease. And I'm sure that when you've went and gotten blood tests, especially if you have heart disease or you've had cardiovascular events, they will take your CRP levels, your C-reactive protein levels, to see the amount of inflammation that may be going on in your body. Inflammation and oxidative stress contribute to cardiovascular disease progression, with CRP serving as a biomarker and a contributor to clot formation. For example, with coronary heart disease, in a study of 60 individuals with coronary artery disease, patients took either 2 grams of black cumin seed oil per day or a placebo for 8 weeks. Those taking the black cumin seed oil experienced significant decreases in 2 cell adhesion molecules that contribute to inflammatory disease. They also experienced a decrease in the measure of oxidative stress and beneficial increases in total antioxidant capacity. These results indicate that black cumin seed oil may support vascular function and markers of oxidative stress. Two systemic reviews and meta analysis of randomized controlled trials suggest that black seed and seed oil supplementation may be associated with modest improvements in markers of inflammation and oxidative stress. Reported findings include reductions in serum C reactive protein and malodihyde levels, as well as increases in total antioxidant capacities. I apologize for the pronunciation of some of these words, with effects appearing more pronounced among individuals with obesity. Black seed, uh, black seed oil has a history of traditional use and has been studied for its effects on inflammation, immune function, and antioxidant activity. Lots of studies. I have 23 different studies here in front of me where they have used black seed oil and many different things, a promising natural remedy for wild ranges of illnesses, and that's on the Complement Alternative Medicine Journal. Um, Another one, immunomodulating and anti-inflammatory action of black seed oil in the compound of black seed oil. That's in immunopharmacol. It's just amazing how many different research papers have been done on black seed oil. So that might be something that you want to, look at if you're having any of these types of issues. That could be something that you want to do also. Another thing I wanted to talk about was saffron. A lot of people coming in today with asking for saffron. And actually, I have a few people that are coming in after the actual spiced saffron that they're putting it in their foods. And I'll show you the picture of saffron. It's a very little, like a, they call it like a twig, I guess. It's not a leaf really. It's hair-like. It's very tiny. I've used it before. You don't need very much, but it's got some fantastic uses to it. It's been used for over 25,000 years in traditional medicines and in a variety of different, conditions. Preclinical research has shown that saffron contains natural compounds that may help protect cells, reduce inflammation, and improve memory and mood. And a lot of the people that are coming in after the saffron are coming in for the memory and the mood part. Emerging evidence from human studies suggests that these beneficial compounds may help support metabolic and cardiovascular health markers as well, such as blood glucose, cholesterol, and blood pressure. Various benefits is mood and emotional well-being, visual and retinal health as well. Saffron for snack controlling. A lot of people, trying to lose weight, but the problem is the snacking at night or snacking in between meals. Snacking can sabotage your even most disciplined, weight loss efforts. It adds extra calories to your diet. It disrupts your blood sugar balance. It even can contribute to insulin resistance, which in turn will make it harder for you to lose weight. One research study found that a particular saffron extract helped reduce snacking, cravings, and appetite, contributing to measurable weight loss in as little as 8 weeks. In a randomized, double-blind trial, 60 mildly overweight women took either this particular saffron extract or a placebo of 176 milligrams for 8 weeks. By the end of the study, the saffron group experienced a 55% decrease in snacking frequency and lost significantly more weight than the placebo group. Saffron for mood, a systemic review of 12 randomized controlled trials evaluating saffron's effect on psychological and behavioral outcomes reported improvements in depressive and premenstrual syndromes symptoms as a result of saffron extract consumption. Preclinical research suggests that saffron and its active compounds may help support mood by modulating brain pathways involved in mood, inflammation, and nerve protection. One way that saffron may help curb snacking is by supporting healthy serotonin levels in the brain. Makes sense, right? Saffron has shown its effects on depressive symptoms comparable to some antidepressants in studies as well. Better eye health. The macula is a small central part of the retina responsible for sharp, detailed vision directly in front of the eyes. Age-related macular degeneration, AMD, the leading cause of vision loss in older adults, damages the macula and gradually reduces central vision. AMD develops over time due to aging, genetic factors, and environmental exposure, which may cause inflammation and oxidative damage to retinal cells. While there's no cure for AMD, evidence shows that saffron may improve visual function in those with mild to moderate AMD. Two ways saffron may accomplish this, as shown in the several clinical trials, are by reducing the inflammation and oxidative stress. So in this one particular study, it was a double-blind, placebo-controlled crossover that 100 adults with mild to moderate AMD took either 20 milligrams per day of saffron supplementation or a placebo for 3 months. Those already taking eye vitamins continued taking them. They didn't stop them. Saffron supplementation resulted in improvements in best corrected visual activity, meaning participants experienced improvement in vision even when using corrective lenses. The study also found improved retinal function, further confirming saffron's benefits to vision of the eyes. So in summary, saffron is a well-known spice with a variety of properties that have been studied for health-promoting effects. Saffron has been associated with effects on mood, impulse control, appetite regulation, which may reduce meal snacking, stress eating, late night cravings. Saffron has also been associated in retinal function, and it promotes better visual function, also with mood. Current evidence suggests that saffron may help support both mood and long-term vision. So those are just, a few things talking about today. The spearmint and the ashwagandha, helping with the cortisol levels and stress levels. The saffron, extract, talking about make sure that you're doing a good multivitamin so you get that folic acid, you get the vitamin D, and we don't have enough time. Next week I'll talk about the other research that I have and also vitamin D and NAD and elderberry, because these research articles are very important, because a lot of times people come into the store and they're wanting or they're asking for a particular product for a particular reason. And I think that knowing that these things are being researched, these substances are being researched, and there is clinicals out there, or even double-blind placebo clinicals out there, is very important, because it makes you feel good. It makes me feel good that, we're taking things that actually has research behind it showing that it works, like the black seed oil, for example. Yes, a lot of people are using it with their parasite cleanses that they're doing. but it's because of the antioxidant, the anti-inflammatory benefit that the black seed oil has. Lots of research out there on, the black seed oil. It's not hard to find. I mean, you can just Google black seed oil and, research, and lots of things, research comes up. So it's not hard to find at all. Okay, so just so you know, real quick, make sure you remember next week for the Dawson Grange. And I'll probably see you down there because I'll be in the ice cream shop. And I know we're going to the Pirates in the ball game. So, bye.
The Pittsburgh Pirates pregame show on WMBS is brought to you by Goodwin Como Attorneys at Law. When you need award-winning local attorneys, look no further than Goodwin Como. Righting wrongs, securing justice.
It's now time for Pittsburgh Pirates baseball on your local station, 590 AM, 101.1 FM, WMBS, being brought to you today by Goodwin Como PC Attorneys at Law, Geeby and Skozek Tire Center, Fayette Area Coordinated Transportation, Kelly Clark, Auto Land Hyundai in Uniontown, Armstrong, the fastest, most reliable internet, Henry and Stewart Audiology, Thurby's Riverside Ford, Ogden.